Today is all about building and strengthening respect and trust between our communities and the men and women of law enforcement who are there to protect us. I believe that's what's essential to have and to achieve true and lasting public safety for our neighbors and for our peace officers. With that in mind, it's appropriate to ask, as I said earlier, Chief Daniel Hahn of the Sacramento Police Department to lead us in announcing today's decision. So at this stage, let me turn the microphone over to Chief Daniel Hahn.
Good morning. I'd first like to thank Attorney General Becerra. I appreciate your willingness to help our city and our community during this critical time and on this significant issue. On February 18th, our city experienced a tragedy that no one wants to see or experience, March. As our city's police chief, who has lived in this community my entire life, I'm dedicated to making sure that we gather all the facts, conduct a thorough investigation, and promise we will continue to be transparent throughout the process. Our community deserves nothing less. I also promise, regardless of the final outcome of this investigation, we will explore and implement ways to better serve our community and find ways to prevent this sort of tragedy in our city. That is my promise as this city's police chief and a lifelong member. It is in this same process that we announced the addition of the State Department of Justice being part of this investigation. I have complete confidence in the detectives in my department to accurately and impartially and thoroughly investigate this tragic incident. But due to the nature of this investigation, the extremely high emotions, anger, and hurt in our city, I felt it was the best interest of our entire community, including the members of our police department, to ask the Attorney General to be an independent part of this investigation. And Mr. Becerra agreed to be that independent body. Our city is at a critical point right now, and I believe this will help build faith and confidence in the investigation from our community. The Sacramento Police Department will provide full access and involvement for the Department of Justice investigators during the entire investigation. They will also provide an independent review of our policies and our training as it relates to use of force. I again would like to thank our Attorney General for his dedication to the Sacramento community through his willingness to be an independent part of this investigation. I'd also like to speak to the recent events in our city. Protest has a rich and positive place in our nation's history and definitely in our state and our city's history. As the capital of California, we often see the rights of protesters exercised in our city. But as we have seen, I am concerned that as a community, we exercise calm over the coming weeks and months, and that we don't have any more tragedies, injuries, or property damage, as that does not help us move forward and improve the city for all people. It is with this in mind, I want to thank the leaders in our community that are here with us today, supporting our city and being safe, the fraternities, the sororities, and the pastors that are here today. I thank all of them for being engaged in ensuring that everyone in our city is safe and has the opportunity to thrive. Lastly, I want to ensure our community that the police department will continue to be transparent and continue to openly share information that we can regarding this investigation. We released body-worn camera and helicopter video in unprecedented fashion within 3 days because that was the right thing to do for our community. We provided updates on some of the evidence in the case as we obtained it, and we will continue to do so. We want to be a leader not only in our state, but our nation in regards to what partnerships with our community look like and what transparency looks like, because that is what's best for our Sacramento community. I would also like to thank the men and women of the Sacramento Police Department who have been working many long hours over the last week. They have shown tremendous professionalism, patience, and dedication to our city. They have truly provided a tremendous service to our city during this very trying time. And with that, I'd like to turn it back over to the Attorney General.